indicator to us that price may most likely sell from that zone. So all what we need to see is a buy to sell scenarios. Okay, should be seeing BTC tank all the way back to the 81 and 80k.
Hey peeps, Fix right here. Welcome back to our weekly market forecast. So this is the usual weekly market forecast for the 8th to the 12th of December. So this is also the second trading week for the month of December. So if you're new to this channel or you're not yet subscribed, please do to smash that subscribe button, drop a comment on the comment section, drop some fire emojis if you feel what we do. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into the business of the day. Okay, so we are getting started with BTC. Okay, for BTC for last week, we had BTC still ranging somewhere around the zones, which BTC has been ranging between the 93k and the 91k, just like anticipated. So you can see we projected BTC to give us a buy to sell scenarios. We even had, due to the broker in which we had some spike all the way to the 99k. Okay, we had some spike all the way back to like a 99k. So that is why it's very important to have your zones being marked out. So this zone here was well respected, and this zone 2 was well respected. So we are now having more bearish continuations to the downside on BTC USD, just like anticipated last week. Okay, so further, we are going to look at the daily time frame to see how price closed or how price looks on the daily time frame. So price still remains kind of bearish. We can see the last daily candle, which was Thursday's daily candle. You can see how that price closed with that beautiful reversal pattern. Okay, which is more like a doji, a hammer, a shooting star, whatever you may call it. So we have that rejection from this moving average 2 and this other zone of the 100, between the 100 and the 99k. So gold is BTC is still very much bearish. So all what we need to see is more bearish continuations, okay, to the downsides. Meanwhile, we are still on the trade. We I've already sent the trade on BTC. Okay, I've already sent the trade on BTC on the group. So we are on a little bit drawdown right about here, and we are targeting somewhere a very nice 1:2, somewhere around here. We can go as deep as this 100% retracement level, which is the 84k. Then we can go all the way back to the 80k. Okay, so BTC is still very much bearish. Okay, regardless, BTC is still very much bearish. So that's it for BTC, and up next is so for gold. For last week, gold did not do so much for last week. So gold has been ranging. Okay, gold has been giving us a sideways movement, which is what we call the consolidation. Okay, so buyers and sellers, price is still trying to be indecisive. What I'm also observing for the longest or for this month, I think most price would be very indecisive. Okay, most trades, most price action may be indecisive until the new year. Okay, so we should be also careful with the trades that we take, and we should not leverage so much or so big on our account. Okay, because these times most of the banks would be going on a holiday pretty soon from next week, and most of the market makers would not be trading also. But regardless, the market will still be on a flow, but it may be a little bit sluggish. Okay, so we can see gold here has been very undecisive for last week, going sideways. So let's check how the daily time frame actually closed. Okay, and okay, we can see gold is very much on this previous resistance between the 4256 ounce and 4198 ounce. Okay, so on the bigger picture of things, gold is seated on a very strong resistance right about there. Let's just look at how price also closed for last week. This actually looks good. Okay, we can see another resistance. So this is a 2 time frame confirmations for price heading to a resistance. So we can see another resistance there, another resistance there. So gold is actually also reacting again off another resistance. Okay, and the candle closure is always very important. Okay, we can see how last week closed, indecisive candle. Okay, this doji candle, which is also spotted on a resistance. Okay, so this could this be a sign that gold is about to drop? And if this happens, then that means we are most likely going to see the DXY bullish. Okay, so gold has printed a reversal candle chart pattern on the weekly time frame and on the daily time frame. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame to see how well we can make something out of this. Okay, so here on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to show you guys just few zones. Okay, I'm going to mark out some few zones in which we are looking for price. Okay, we already have 2 zones here. Okay, we already have a zone here, so all what we need to see is price to respect or to break out of either of these highs. Okay, either of these minor levels, okay, or this other minor level to the downside. Okay, so I'm going to expand this like so. So all what we need to see, I'm going to start with the bullish side of things. Okay, all what we need to see is price to break out of this high, okay, of this resistance, create a new higher high, a retest to confirm price is ready to go bullish, and move all the way to the upside. So our next level target for the bullish side of things is the 4376. Okay, so if price goes bullish, we are going to take it. Okay, on the other side of things, which I'm looking at the bearish side of things, if price comes bearish, okay, we should wait for price to break here, retest here, and then push continuations to the downside. Okay, all the same, this price could break here to also be on a more conservative manner or have a conservative entry. You can wait for price to also break this support, okay, because this is a very strong area of interest, a daily area of interest. So you can have your first entry here, second entry here, okay, another break, another retest, then you can continue to the 400 ounce, okay, to the up to the downside rather. Okay, so we are still very much bearish on gold. So up next is the DXY.
Break here, retest, and continuation fair zones 98 points. Then we can go as deep as the 98.317 to the downside.
So for the DXY for last week, the DXY has been bearish for like 2 or 3 weeks now. We can see DXY came to this resistance and started creating series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So could this be a new lower high being created, then a new lower low? Okay, let's see how that works. Okay, so let's check how the weekly time frame closed. Is always very important. We look at the weekly time frame closure, okay, so that we can determine price movement. So we can see on the weekly time frame, price is quite seated on a very strong support. Okay, we can see price bouncing off here several times. Okay, so this is a very strong area. Okay, so mind you, price gave us something like a chart pattern here, a break. Okay, so this could be a retest of these zones again before price continuations to the upside. That could practically be a retest of that zone, okay, because this could be price creating a new higher high, a new higher low to be created, and a new higher high. And if this happens like so, but this can only be confirmed when I see a bullish engulfing candle or a doji candle. Okay, we could have a doji candle somewhere around here before that bullish continuations, then this would be more extra confirmations for me that price is going all the way up. Okay, so we go to the daily time frame to see how the last few days of the week had closed. So we saw price close with this bullish candle here, so undecisive as at then. So all what we need to see is almost same thing with what we had last week. Okay, is price to break out of this highs, retest, and a push continuations to the upsides. But I think we have a more decisive zones on the lower time frames. Okay, so we have 2 minor zones like so. So I'm going to give you bullish and bearish scenarios because anything could happen from next week. Okay, for the bearish side of things, we could have a buy to sell scenarios. Okay, so price to buy into these zones of the $98 or the 98 point, and bearish all the way back to the 98.097, and could go further to 97.706 to the downside. Okay, and for the bullish side of things, you have to be patient for price to break here, okay, create a new higher high, a retest, and a candlestick confirmations, maybe a bullish engulfing candle or a doji candle or a reversal candle at that spot. Then you could go all the way to the upsides and targeting this next level of the 99k. Then you could also have an opportunity to have a new entry on the retest of these minor zones. Then we can go all the way to the upside. So our next level target for the bullish side of things would be the 99 points or the 100 points all the way to the upsides. Okay, so do well to mark these levels on your phone or your PC or your trading device. Up next is Euro USD. So for Euro USD for last week, Euro USD has been bullish to an extent. Euro USD has been bullish, and we had some series of bearishness for the last few days of the week. Okay, so let's look at how the weekly time frame actually closed on the bigger picture of things. Okay, so we have had two bullish weeks on Euro USD. We can see right about there, 2 bullish weeks, which we were also able to make money from. All these trade calls and signals were also being sent. Okay, so looking at Euro USD on the bigger picture for the last few days, for last week, which was Thursday and Friday, you can see how price closed. Okay, and so price is still respecting this resistance, which is a very strong daily area of interest for us, which a very strong key level too, which price could react off there, so we could have some reversal. So we are not writing off the sales yet, guys. We are not writing off the sales. What we could be seeing may still be pullbacks. Okay, so we have 2 bearish candle closure pointing to the downsides, and if this happens, that means the DXY is going to go bullish. Remember that whatever trend the DXY has, the opposite is what you should be trading on Euro USD, GBP USD, and its likes. Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame to see if you can have some zones. Euro USD looks pretty good to take a trade almost right about now. Okay, so Euro USD looks good from here. So all what we need to do is you can just market open on Sunday or Monday. You just put your stops, maybe 20 pip stops, or go all the way up here. All right, and you target your next level, your 1:2, 1:3, all the way to the downsides. Okay, for the bearish side of things. Okay, so I'll keep it at the bearish side of things. If price plays out otherwise, we are still going to know how to trade accordingly. Okay, so that's it for Euro USD. So for GBP USD for last week, GBP USD was very nicely bullish. Remember, we had break, retest, and the push continuations to the upside. So though we were actually looking forward for the bearish side of things, but we had to take, I think we took some sales here which we lost, and a few days after we now took a buy in which we were able to make money. We also sent the signals to our free Telegram community, which I'm going to add it somewhere around in this video. So if you are not on a free Telegram community, you can click on the link on the description to join our free Telegram community so that you can take profitable trades like this. Okay, so moving forward, for GBP USD right now is reacting off a strong resistance level, okay, which is the yellow bar right about there. Okay, we can see that price is reacting off that zones. So it would only be nice that price would give us something like a pullback to this green bar, to these green zones of the 1.326. Okay, then we could have maybe a bullish continuations all the way to the upsides, and price creating a new, more like a new higher low, then a new higher high all the way to the upsides. Okay, but let's look at how the weekly time frame actually closed. This is very important to help us deciding properly. Okay, so seeing here on the weekly time frame, just like Euro USD, GBP USD has been giving us two weeks of bullishness, which we are also able to, we have been trailing this bullishness too and making money for ourselves. So also looking at the bigger picture here on GBP USD, we can see price giving us a very nice chart pattern which has been here for the longest of of time for some months now. So we have our left shoulder, our head, and our right shoulder. Okay, so this could be price retesting these zones. Okay, this could be price retesting these zones before we could go all the way to the downsides. It could go to the downsides all the way from here. So also looking at here, this is the neckline of the GBP USD trade. Okay, this is also a neckline of the GBP USD trade. So we could have price drive all the way to the downsides and make us some nice good money. So if we also measure how many pips this could be if price goes bullish, our phase zones 300, almost 400 pips, and overall we are targeting over 730 pips to the downsides. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame to see which other level or how well we can also take these trades. Okay, so I've given you guys the bullish scenarios that price could pull back into these zones and continue bullish, okay, notwithstanding, and also for the 4-hour time frame. Okay, it will only make sense that you should be patient enough for price to break here. Okay, break here, retest, and push continuations to the downsides. Okay, all the way to the downside. So we should be targeting first level 1.3172 and our second level, which should be the 1.3103 to the downsides. Okay, so that's it for GBP USD. The last but not the least, USD JPY. For USD JPY, for 2 weeks now we have been having series of bearishness on USD JPY. Very nice chart pattern: lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low. So could this be a new lower high? We don't know. Okay, so let's look at the weekly time frame on how price closed and see how well we can make sense out of this. So USD JPY has been on a very nice massive bullish trend since May. Okay, so imagine you were swinging this all the way to the upside. Okay, so it has been on a very nice bullish trend since May. Okay, so price is closing with this candle, with this reversal candle, a sell candle here. So could this be more bearishness to this downside? We don't know. So let's check the daily time frame. Okay, so here on the daily time frame we can see another zone here. So I'm going to duplicate this like so. Yeah, so we can see price has broken off this area, a retest here. So could this be a continuation to the upside? Most likely that could be a continuation to the downside. We can see this tweezer top candle, those reversal candle printing there. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame to see how we can make sense out of this. So all what you just need to do, I'm going to give you guys bullish scenarios on this, okay, or bullish and bearish scenarios rather. Okay, so for bullish side of things, price looks good. Okay, price looks good for more bullish continuations. You can put your entries there, put your stops below here, and target your next level, which is the 157 to the upsides. And for the bearish side of things, you can wait for price to break these levels of the 152 retest and push continuations to the downsides. Okay, so that's it for USD JPY, and that's it for this week, guys. Always, if you have watched this video to this very moment, please do well to smash that subscribe button, like, share, and drop a comment on the comment section. Let's know how well our trading analysis have been able to impact you and help you. And also join our free Telegram community for free signals. We are sending free signals so far for till the end of the year. So if you are not there, you also have to join. And always remember to plan your trades and trade only your plan. See you guys in the inner circle. Cheers.